Hi everyone, and welcome to the stream. We're on to part 4 of Axiom Verge. So welcome Wasm and Kaizen. Welcome up Brob and Dr. Hax. Okay, so last time we had to stop because we were having some really weird technical issues. I never figured out what those were, unfortunately. I wiped all my OBS settings and I reset them up, so hopefully they don't come back. I'm guessing I just screwed up a setting somewhere because I was experimenting with a different game, so I don't know, hopefully those problems are gone. We'll just have to find out. Oh well. Okay, yeah, we nearly finished last time. We were most of the way through our little cleanup that we were doing. Gonna rearrange a couple windows. There we go. Now I can see everything. Yeah, we were finishing off Ereboo. 89%. Look how close we were. Isn't that frustrating? Well, we can finish it off today, hopefully. We don't have any issues. So I found that it was because I was recording the game. As soon as I stopped recording, the game started playing normally again. I was able to go here to save point. I don't have to redo that stuff in the top left. The passcode. We have our lovely fat beam. Welcome, Highway. No, we just have to finish off Ereboo. Finish those, finished all that. Finish off Akana, there's only a little bit left to go there. And then there's the final area. Oh, we're nearly done. We're not going to have a very long stream today. Laser everything. Ooh. It keeps firing even when I release the fire button. It just keeps going. It's pretty good. Alright, so we'll start off up here. We got all the secret worlds last time, so we don't have any of those left to get. There were 5 of them in total. Welcome to Seku. Yeah, this is right at the end. If you want to see the whole game, probably best to go and watch the YouTube archives instead. This game is a spicy meme. Don't know what you mean by that, but alright. So up here there was this horrible glitchy mess we couldn't get through way at the start of the game. Now we can. And they put these enemies in here for some reason. They're really early enemies, which will pose no threat to us whatsoever now that we've got our lovely fat beam. All of our upgrades, actually. Any one of our weapons would destroy this place. Any post-game content? Well, not really. It's pretty much just if you want to collect all the items, which we're doing at the moment anyway. Yeah, this weapon is from one of the secret worlds. It's one of the 3 special weapons you can get there. I want to kill this fellow. There we go. Ooh. Oh, didn't quite kill it. There we go. Right, so that's this part of the map done. One second. There's someone I'm not sure I'm not sure if they know I'm streaming it, so I'll just quickly let them know. There. Welcome, manly grunting. Yeah, the other 2 weapons aren't as cool. But I will show them off though, because I got them on my other save files. I'll do that right before we fight the final boss, I think. Because those save files are right before the final boss. Don't really want to spoil that. That's that area. Oh, that's what you mean, the firing my laser one. Yeah. Welcome, Lauren. We just got started. Alright, so back to the very start of the game. This is where we got the weapon. The Axiom Disruptor. And of course, there's secrets. We've got 2 paths we can go. Oh, wait. Need the drone teleporter to get through here. Well, you're not getting through that wall. Welcome, Medibot. Good to see ya. Destroy all of that. Oh, that's lovely. Oh. Oh. I just swap weapons. Oh, I didn't really have to. That enemy wasn't much of a threat. I could have just run past it. Oh, so this is an interesting room. Because, check this out. It's a wheelchair. And a note. An actual interesting note. Welcome, Woodstock. I'll let you read this one. I think this is a good one. Yes, so this is where the original Trace started off. And because he got healed, he could just leave his wheelchair behind. Didn't need that anymore. Destroying those red eggs looks like the gaming equivalent of popping bubble wrap. You're not wrong. It's pretty addictive, and you also get an achievement for it, so why not? The red coat dash is pretty good against those, actually. Speaking of which, let's go back to the red coat. Turn off our Justin Bailey. Because I just think the coat looks cooler. Yes, he's actually named Trace. I know, it's a weird name. Back to this stuff. You could come here earlier, I think. I don't think you need the red coat to get in here. The enemy's in a tricky spot, but the fat bean kills it. And we've got some more water here. There's probably the most water in the game in this room. The unused mechanic, which was from the water area, which got scrapped because it wasn't very fun. Which is always a good reason to scrap a video game mechanic, I think. Health node. Welcome, Muno. Ooh, one of those things. Actually, this would be better if I just hack everything in here. Then it won't bother me with its horrible... Oh, hey, bud. Hey, guys. How you going? Well, don't have to worry about them anymore. Thanks for the health. Yeah, if you don't hack everything in this room, this is an annoying room. But our address bomb is great. Well, these are some of the nasty drones. See how fast it fires. But actually quite dangerous to us. Because there's something really endgame in here. Now this is one of the trickiest puzzles. Check that out. That is a thing we definitely want. But doesn't seem to be any way to get through. It's because we need a passcode. And you can't get the passcode from in here. You actually have to come back. You're supposed to get the passcode from the last area. We're not going to go all the way to the last area and get the code and then come back. We're just going to put it in. Yes. So this is the first passcode puzzle I ran into when I was first playing the game, and it's no wonder I couldn't solve it. So when we do actually get the passcode, I'll point it out. Ta-da! And then make sure you've got the red coat to get this one. The flamethrower. Meet the best weapon in the entire game. No, I don't think the fat beam might be stronger. I don't know. The flamethrower is just insanely good. What happens when you hack those shockwave-looking drones? We'll find out in the final area. They have a really interesting hacking effect. Yeah, we'll check that out in the last area because there's stuff we can do with it there. Did we finish off this place? We did. Yellow and purple. Let's teleport. What happens with the Justin Bailey code? Does the armor just fall off? Yes, pretty much. Yes, the flamethrower is insanely good. It just does ridiculous amounts of damage. This is the first playthrough I've ever had the fat beam in, so I think the flamethrower is probably better. It just constantly fires. It doesn't have a wind up time, and it doesn't have to recharge. It just keeps going. Right, so we're done in Ereboo. Now we can move on to Akina. There's only a couple of things to get. We pretty much just have to pass through in order to get to the last area. Yeah, flamethrower is pretty good. It also completely chumps the final boss, which is fine with me because the final boss is pretty tricky otherwise. Have you ever played Killing Floor? Only a little bit of it. I bought it when it first came out, when it was really buggy and broken, and then I never really got back to it. Okay, we'll finish off this room by flying. The ceiling's higher now that we're not hallucinating. Kind of weird. The Outsider. This one's pretty good too. This is a Rusalka one, which those ones are always interesting, I think. There's all kind of weird politics going on between the Rusalka that you can read into. And that mentions someone named Drushka, which I think is a Rusalka we never actually meet in the game. Kind of strange. Maybe for the sequel. And here I'm just going to fill out this bit of the map by flying. You're supposed to drop down from above. There we go. You can actually get up there if you time a dash properly, but that's really tricky to do. I'm going to go the long way around. It's something I'll have to do though in a speedrun. I'll have to dash up there. That's a shortcut. In the meantime, we'll get to enjoy normal Akina once more, since we're not freaking out anymore. As soon as it stopped rolling, it was dead. And these are the normal drones. I'll hack them again because missing no, always fun. Love the missing no reference. Make sure we didn't miss anything on our way through. Got all that. That's pretty much just stuff at the top. It's really fun dashing around with the red coat. It'll make your thumb a bit sore, but it's fun. See worms. Sometimes it's best to just ignore them and keep going. Guess it doesn't corrupt your save in this game. It corrupts one of your weapons. It was a puzzle from, we did it last video? Or was it the video before? In either part 2 or 3, there's a... Get in my way. That we showed off that little puzzle. But they corrupt one of your weapons and make it shoot way way bigger bullets than it should, and pass through walls. It's a cute, really cool little puzzle actually. I really like it. Haven't saved in a bit. Probably should. Much better. Oh, by the way, nightmare fuel warning. No killing. I love that. Please don't kill me again. Yep, that's Elsa Nova. He's freaking huge. And just a little bit creepy. Well, now that Elsa Nova's here, that other Ahsoka thing, that thing that was flying around, that's actually gone. And I'm not sure how you're supposed to get up the top without it, unless you know how to drone fly, of course. Is there a passageway? No? Okay. Yeah, so I still don't know how you finish off your map without knowing how to drone fly. So I'm glad that I know how to drone fly. Need to finish off just one little square in this room. We've already been in here. It was with our drone though. Oop. Okay, this is actually a pretty tricky room to navigate with our thing. There we go. That one square, that's all we needed. Yeah, I've seen people play Killing Floor 2, it does look pretty cool. It's still in early access, isn't it? And of course there's a little secret down here. Go little drone. 5 out of 5. Okay, so hopefully... Yep, that's our yellow dot. That's Akina's items completed. And this is what leads to the final area. Could have gotten up here before. But then you need the drone teleport to get any further. And then you need the red coat to get up here. Boom. That should be the purple dot. Alright, that's all of these areas done. Excellent. Onwards to the last area. Really like the music for this area. I'm not sure how Elsa Nova got taken down in the first place. We have some very annoying enemies in this place. The trickiest. These are only damageable when they're open. But this place also has some of the most interesting hacking effects. Come closer. And when we hack it, we can actually move it around and make it shoot when we want it to. Makes it easy killing. That help, that save point. There's a few save points in this area, which is good because it's pretty tough. Yeah, so the secret world where you get your special weapon, which for us was the fat beam, that'll be in one of the hard areas, and this is one of the hard areas, so if you're unlucky, your secret world will end up here, in the final area somewhere. Which is... ow, I'm gonna hack you. Which was really mean. This is where my hard secret world was, when I did my first hard mode playthrough. Because that ends up with enemies from this place. The nastiest enemies in the game. Okay, so these ones aren't so bad, but there's some really mean enemies right near the end. And I had to fight so many of them. I had to end up just cheesing it with my drone. It was kind of ridiculous. Oh, also, there's boss fights. Several of them. Actually, this one's really nasty. We could die here. We have to abuse the flamethrower. This is the Sentinel. For once, it's not a living creature. And dashing downwards gives us some invincibility. Yeah, this boss is pretty mean. Thankfully, we have the flamethrower. Ah, well, destroyed it. My first time I am hard, I actually died at the same time as it, and it stays dead if that happens. So that's pretty good. Drone, fly for us. Yes, this is the hardest area. All right, we got some of these nasty drones. And the background's going a bit questionable. Don't worry, just keep going. We'll be fine. I'm just damage taking those because we have a full health node here. Delicious. Bing. Excellent. Okay. I don't want to kill you. I'm going to show off this room first because this is a very interesting puzzle. Good luck figuring this one out. We have 4 bars. Can't really do anything with them. But if we hack this fellow, we will find that it will pass through walls in a... oh, it's inside the wall, hang on. It travels through walls in a very strange way. Like it will carry over to the next room in a way it really shouldn't. See, there it is. And then it will shoot the switch for us. Yep, that's what you have to do for this puzzle. Pretty tricky puzzle. Never can kill it. Yeah, no enemy in the game does that normally, but hacking that enemy makes it do it. Also, dash downwards. Get lore. Yeah, not many games do that. If you die at the same time, then you're usually screwed and you're going to have to redo the boss fight. So I really appreciate that in this game. Now, this is a bit of a long one. I'll let you read it while I drink some water. Yep, and that is the passcode that we needed. Digger Gizbar. That's what we needed to get the flamethrower. So that's how you're supposed to get that passcode. By solving that really tricky puzzle. And also there's another item hidden here. A power node fragment. I think that's our final power node. Yep, that's our last one of the game. Cool. Welcome to Zano, if I didn't say welcome to you before. Alright, onwards. Let's hack you, just for fun. And I can just ignore you, actually. You got a bit stuck there. There we go, hold still for us. Oh, health. We could use that. We're getting a little bit low. Oh, actually, we have a save point here. They're pretty generous with save points here, thankfully. This is one of the last save points. And the environment's getting even more messed up. Let's hack all these fellows. And let's bring them with us. Sometimes when they don't transfer across rooms properly, they just explode. This room wasn't big enough to hold them all. Yeah, it's a really interesting hacking effect. I like it. Of course, you could just travel through here, and then you can kill them with impunity. And of course, an item. Eyes node. As if our flamethrower needs to be even nastier. Oh, hi. We can pretty much just tank enemies at this point, actually. I'm not having much trouble. So yeah, and hey, another boss fight. I do like that he actually tried that. Yeah, so the door didn't lock. So yeah. Yep. And if you do that, you get an achievement at the end of the game. So that's definitely something you want to do. It's pretty much just the first boss, but really powered up. I suppose we can go back and fight it at the end if you want, but it fits to skip that boss, because that's what Race wants to do. Doesn't want to kill things. And boop. More secrets. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Bit of a typo in that one. If you cool still read this. Yeah, so it's going to make two new variants to deal with this. I think one of them is the one we just skipped, and the other one was that aborted clone that we encountered. I'm assuming. Skip you. Alright, we have a switch up there which we're going to need to hit. And oh, we can't reach it. Another neat hacking puzzle. We can control the enemy, of course, so we do so. And the enemy will do the work for us. And fire. And it activates the switch. Yeah, there's some real neat puzzles in this final area. I don't know what these things are. Oh, jeez. I just kind of glitched on top of it. Okay, let's move on. We get a weapon, which it's not great. I don't know why the weapon is at this point in the game. It's not something I think I've ever used. Reverse slicer. It here does this. It's not very exciting at all, considering we have the flamethrower now. I suppose you're not really meant to have the flamethrower until really late. This is in case you haven't figured out the flamethrower puzzle, maybe. No. Doesn't seem a great weapon to put here anyway. It can pierce through enemies, actually, so it can be useful against the final boss, as you'll see pretty soon. So I guess that's why it's here, just a little bonus. Very near the end now. And now we encounter... Oh, God, this room sucks. the worst enemies in the game, I think. These horrible things. You know what, we're not going to screw around with this horrible weapon. These enemies suck. They just zoom right at you and just spray lasers everywhere. And hacking them doesn't even really help that much. It slows them down a bit. Yeah, it makes it a bit more possible to dodge them. Actually, that did help a fair bit. Maybe I'm lying. But yeah, these enemies suck. So yeah, if you end up with a secret world in this place, it's just anywhere in I keep forgetting the name of this place. If you end up with a secret world here anywhere, you're probably going to fight lots of those horrible disco balls. And they are scary. Nice short one. I think this is our last log, actually. Yep, yellow dot. Excellent. Right. Don't hit me. Oh. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, we got through them. That wasn't so bad, was it? And it's our last save point of the game. So we shall save. Then I'm going to quickly go load up my other save files to show you what the other two special weapons are before we move on to the final boss. Because otherwise I'll forget once we finish the game, that's what I'm worried about. I do want to show these off. So my first save file. Okay, what did we get in this one? We got the Heat Seeker. Which, well, doesn't do much here, obviously, because there's no enemies. Yeah, it's a Heat Seeker. It does what it says. It's pretty decent. But not as exciting as the Fat Beam, but what's bad? The heat seeking on it is kind of crap, actually. But yeah, it's alright. Try it out against these enemies. It doesn't do well against them. You actually have to hit the thing in the center, not the things on the outside. Yeah. Oh, it's okay, but it was pretty underwhelming when I got it. Then on our second save file, we have the final one. I like the way they do it, that you'll end up with one of the three at random, but then on the other two save files, you'll guarantee to get the ones you don't have. So you get rewarded the more you play through the game. The Scissor Beam. Oh, there we go. Looks cool. I think it can pierce through walls. Maybe? No? Oh no, you can. It's not great. Well, it can pierce through walls, so that's cool, I guess, but, you know, just use the flamethrower. Yeah, so the other two, they're a bit underwhelming, as you can see. They're certainly not as cool as the Fat Beam. At least it can pierce through these shells on those enemies. Well, there you go. Now, 100% items, 98% map. Let's get the last of that map. Which is, of course, the final boss room. Okay. You know, if you'd made if you'd put these beams all together, we would have been screwed. We wouldn't have been able to get through. Sucks for him. Okay. That didn't go as it's supposed to. He's not supposed to begin attacking us. I broke the game. Alright, let's just, yeah. Okay, let's hope the fight doesn't completely break. I find that interesting. It protects him from the pathogen, so he didn't have a cure for the pathogen. He just made it, and it doesn't seem like a very smart plan to me, but that's just my opinion. Can we use the fat beam? Sure. Yeah, I'll use the flamethrower for a bit, and then I'll switch to the fat beam. Does sound pretty good. With you at my side. Of course he tries to do this. Will you help me, please? I love how the music starts up. So cheesy. I love it. Okay. Now we can do the fight. Okay, so he has these drones that are constantly harassing you. And that's the weak point up there. And as you can see, the flamethrower is amazing because it pierces through the drones. Normally the drones block your shots. But we can just flamethrower the hell out of it. Oh, we disabled the breach attractor. And so Elsa Nova comes to help out. And he gets the breach attractor back online. So the drones, you can kill them and they can give you health. Not always. But, swap to the fat beam. Where's the fat? There it is. There we go. Many weapons. Pew! But yeah, the drones actually get nastier the more you kill them. So you do have to balance it. They end up with nastier weapons. Also, you can hack the drones. So if you want a trophy, the achievement for that, you want to hack them. Makes them move a bit slower. Pretty much that's all it does to them. Yeah, dodging the drones gets really tough. You kind of want to try and bait them into the air if you don't have enough health to just tank them like we do. Yeah, when you've got all the weapons and health, you can pretty much just tank their shots quite a bit. Yeah, the fat beam is definitely not as good as the flamethrower here. Phew! Actually, we're getting a bit low on health here. But we did it. Yeah, we did it. Did anyone actually expect them to leave Athetos alive? Oh, hey, our fat beam is probably her laser. I just realised that. That's kind of cool. I guess Tracy's mostly worried about, he wants to make sure he doesn't become Athetos, so he wanted to learn more about how that happened, but oh well. He's dead now. And for you to go home. And so that's the normal ending. You get a couple of extra things though, depending on how much items you've collected. And we got them all, so we get a couple of little extra bonuses, which we'll soon see. Yeah, so you get to get obsessive with Sudra. Wants to go back. It's kind of an underwhelming ending, but there's more to come. Yeah, so there you go. That's Axiom Verge. I love this game. It's a freaking awesome game. It's my new favourite Metroidvania, that's for sure. You're expecting spooky, scary skeletons to start playing. That would have been interesting. Yeah, so this picture in the background here, I don't think this appears unless you get a certain amount of items. So this is one of the extra bonuses we get. And look at all those tools that were used to make this game. Pretty impressive. Yeah, this was made by one person, Thomas Happ. I don't know how the hell people keep making these ridiculously awesome games on their own, but you know, kudos. Yeah, so this and Undertale came out in the same year, and they're both made by like one person. It's bananas. I don't know how people do it. Really cool. Yeah, Anime Studio. Maybe it was used for the cutscenes? I don't know what Anime Studio does though, so... But yeah, love this game. I'm glad I was able to show it off for you. My next stream game, I haven't decided. It was going to be Revengeance, but then I got really into Super Mario Galaxy, and I was going to do the Luigi playthrough of Super Mario Galaxy. But I was testing it just earlier this morning, and I was having some issues getting the capture card to work with OBS properly. So was getting weird screen tearing issues, so if I can get that working, that'll be my next stream game, Mario Galaxy. And there's Trace. Much shorter time playthrough than my first playthrough. It was like 13 hours or something first time through. And I had over 20 deaths somehow. I found this game really hard the first time through. It's just learning what the enemies do. And this is our final ending for getting all the items. Yep. There you go. We get rewarded with a much more confusing ending. Yes. Very strange. So I'll go into that in a moment. Hey, we have 98% of the map. That's right, it's really weird. You want to actually... It doesn't actually save at any point after this. So if we want 100% map on our thing, which we do because I'm OCD, you have to go in here, go into the final boss room, and then save quit. And that saves the map. Yay, 100%. Has to be 100%, not 98. 98 isn't good enough. Yeah, there you go. So that's the full ending of Axiom Verge. I can't remember exactly what triggers the full one. I don't know if you need 100 or if you just need 95 or something percent. Yes, alright, so let's go over what happened in the ending. Okay, so I've got a video of the ending here from my first playthrough. Okay, window capture. That's showing up? Yes, it is. Excellent. There we go. We've got music. Alright, so for starters, did anyone get the feeling that they were going to kill Trace at the end of the game? Because that's the feeling I got when I was playing through, because why would they take that risk, right? If he's a clone of the Thetos, what's the chance that he's going to turn out as a Thetos again? Why would they take that chance? So I figured they weren't actually ever going to send him home. I figured they were just going to kill him. But they didn't kill him, so that's good. But it's not filling the whole screen. I'm not sure why. Is it cropping? No? Sure why it's doing that? I'll show it as this size. Yeah, also hundreds of years have passed, by the way, remember, since he was cloned, so the idea that they can send him back to Earth at the exact time he left, that's kind of weird. Also, he was sent back to the time of the lab explosion, and that's not actually when he left. He left like a year after, because he had all those memories of becoming a Thetos and coming up with that whole crazy science thing. Yeah, and he was completely uninjured. No one else seemed to think that was strange, and everything felt wrong. So yeah, you got a lot of hints here that there's more going on. And so when I first saw this picture, I figured that was, oh, he made it back to Sudra. That's just his body there. That's just like where he appeared. But he's wearing the red coat, which he didn't have on Earth, because he doesn't have any of his equipment. Even his crazy arms, thankfully. Crazy arms probably aren't things you want in normal everyday life. Yeah, so there's two theories actually what's going on. There's one theory which is about alternate universes, that he's not actually a clone and he's been taken from another universe, but I don't really like that theory. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. The theory I like is that they didn't send him back to Earth at all. They just knocked him out and they've put him in a coma. And they've put him in a what do they call it? Mind world? Yeah. And this is him realizing that he's asleep. And so he disappears to wake him up. And I like that theory because there's a character who doesn't really have any point in the story otherwise. This Rusalka, Ruska. We just kind of meet her once, and that's it. And she's a weird person. Predator or something? I don't know. Is herself a predator? Yep, we are. Yeah, she makes mind worlds. Faster. That music sounds weird, doesn't it? She's a dreamer. She creates mind worlds. So, yeah, basically the idea is she's created a mind world for Trace. And that's what he was in at the end of the game. Also, that line, I pointed that out earlier, I like that line. We all make mind worlds, we just don't admit to it. Just hinting at the fact that Ilsinova's lying to Trace this whole time. And creating a mind world, which is just lies. Yeah. So I like that theory on the ending. That they're not going to take the chance of sending him back to where he came from, because he could become a horrible mass murderer. Why would you take that chance? So they, I like the idea that maybe they were originally going to kill him, because that would just make sense. But they decided to reward him for helping him by letting him live and just knocking him out instead. Which is I mean, it's still not a great fate. But yeah, at least he doesn't die, I guess. Yeah, so basically it's begging for a sequel, if that's the way the ending should be interpreted. It can probably be interpreted in a few different ways. Yeah, so I really want Axiom Verge 2. It's a strange story because it's kind of like half a story. Trace never really gets like agency or anything. He's just kind of a slave the whole time. But in a number 2, you can see that because there's a lot of internal politics going on between the Rusalka. So you could see that maybe one of them would wake him up and try and use him against the other Rusalka, and he would, through that, somehow break free of their nanogates or whatever, and then go on his own way. And yeah, I can imagine that in Axiom Verge 2 where you're fighting all the Rusalka. That would be pretty cool. And the developer did say he's working on another game in this universe. Don't know if it's a sequel or a prequel or what, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because I love this game. It was a really cool game. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much everything for Axiom Verge. Do I have anything else I wanted to say before we close it out for today? Let's check. That's pretty much everything. Showed off the secret weapons. That's good. Okay, well, thank you all for watching. I'm really glad I got to show off Axiom Verge. I love this game a lot. One of my new favourite games, I think. And at some point I'll start getting into some speedruns. I'll probably stream those, but I do have a bunch of backlog stuff I'm working on at the moment as well. And my next game, yeah, it's either going to be Super Mario Galaxy, a Luigi playthrough, or it's going to be Revengeance. Depending on if I can get the capture card playing nicely with OBS or not. Sequel would ruin the mystery of that ending. Yeah, that is true. But a sequel would be awesome, so that's fine with me. Yeah, anyway. So thanks all for watching, and I'll see you next time I stream. See yous!